Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where we focus on all things midlife, hormones, and how to finally feel good in your body again. I'm Angie, a fellow midlife survivor and a coach, here to help you stop guessing and finally get results with hormone smart habits that actually work. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. Today I'm going to be talking with you about something that if and when you really pay attention and understand it, it can change how you approach everything in your body as you move through those menopausal and midlife years, okay? And this is that hormone health in midlife does not start with your hormones. It starts with your gut. And I know that all over social media you're seeing, right? People are talking about it. I'm also guilty of talking about the hormone side of it, the hormone angle, right? So you're probably hearing a lot of, oh, you need to fix your estrogen, you need more progesterone, you need to start HRT. That's the thing that everybody's talking about right now. And yes, there absolutely is a time and a place for that. But what I see over and over is that women are jumping straight to hormone solutions. They're starting with HRT, but they aren't stopping and asking or being asked by someone that is giving the HRT is my body even in a place to process those hormones properly? Because this is a big question and something you need to know, because if you're starting HRT and you're not, your gut is all off, you're going to start to feel worse. I even had a conversation with a client about this just last week. She started HRT and her body went absolutely crazy because her gut health was not in a place to process those hormones through. Okay, so we're going to talk about this today, and hopefully it'll help you to understand things a little bit. So I'm going to break this down for you. So your body is constantly producing and using and clearing hormones, right? It's not about how much progesterone or estrogen you have. It's about how your body is metabolizing these hormones and how efficiently it's eliminating them. We don't want them moving through our body all the time. We want to use them for what we need and then eliminate them and start that process all over again. And this is where your gut comes into play, okay? So there's something called the estrobolome. This is a collection of bacteria in your gut that directly influences estrogen metabolism. And it's important because when your gut is functioning well, so when you have good gut lining, your gut is healthy, estrogen is processed, it's pulled together, packaged, and it's eliminated through your digestive tract, okay? But when your gut is imbalanced, that estrogen can actually be reabsorbed back into circulation, back into your body. So instead of leaving your body, it gets recycled. And then what happens? This is something that maybe you've heard about called estrogen dominance, right? So that estrogen is still floating, circulating through your body. Why don't we want this happening? Well, because when you're in midlife, your hormones are already shifting. They're already, like, your ovulation is less consistent. Maybe you're not ovulating as much. Your progesterone is starting to go down. Your estrogen is kind of all over the place and all kinds of wacky. So your body's already trying to find a new rhythm. It's trying to figure out what to do right now. And then if you layer on top of that sluggish digestion, you're constipated, you're bloated, you're not eating enough fiber, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed. You have microbiome imbalance, lack of enzymes in the gut to help process the foods that you're consuming. And now your body isn't just dealing with all these hormone shifts that are going on, it's also struggling to clear the hormones properly, okay? And that's where we start to see things getting labeled as hormone imbalances, okay? So to help you understand what this may look like when your hormones are not clearly processing everything or clearing everything, this is what it looks like. So when estrogen isn't being cleared effectively, you may notice increased bloating, more bloating. You're going to have breast tenderness. You're going to have heavier and irregular cycles if you're still cycling. You're going to have more water retention. You're going to feel more puffy. You're going to have stubborn fat, especially around the belly. Then at the same time, if your gut health is compromised, so gut health is off, you're also going to be having inconsistent bowel movements, so you're not going to poop every day. You have gas or discomfort when you eat. You feel really full and uncomfortable. You have food sensitivities, so maybe foods that didn't bother you before, every time you eat them, you get really gassy, you're bloated, or you get a headache or something. You're going to have low energy. You're going to have brain fog. So now you have this overlap of all these symptoms. And it's very easy because, when we talk about hormone imbalances, these are a lot of things that are listed, right? So you're thinking, it's my hormones. It's my hormones. They are the problem. But in reality, the gut is the major part that is causing the issues. But here's the thing. Your gut health influences those hormones. Your gut health balances those hormones, right? So it starts with the gut, then leads to the hormones, okay? And so this is where I often see women, when it all starts happening, right? Because this is what's going on. They're seeing that scale going up. So they come to me, the scale is going up, it's not stopping. They get overwhelmed. They're like, oh my gosh, I have to do something right now. So they start to eat less. They cut out foods, especially carbohydrates. They start to work out more. They're trying to do longer workouts. They're adding more cardio. They're trying to be more disciplined, trying to do all the things. And I get this, right? I get it. That's what we've always been taught. This is how we fix this issue. But physiologically, all that's doing is creating more stress on your body. And what stress is doing is it's impacting your gut lining integrity, your microbiome diversity, your digestive capacity, and your cortisol levels. So instead of making things better, it's actually making things worse and more messy. And that is not what is going to get us to feeling good, feeling the way that we want, getting that scale to move in the right direction. And this is why we have to zoom out and take a bigger picture of things, a bigger picture look at things, right? Because it's not just about the gut health, and it's not just about your hormones. It's about your overall metabolic health. And I've done podcasts on these. You can go and listen to those if you want. And metabolic health is essential because it is how well your body creates and uses energy. So, good metabolic health looks at things. Do you have good blood sugar regulation? Are you experiencing insulin sensitivity or not? Do you have good mitochondrial function? Do you have a high or low inflammation levels? What does your muscle mass look like? And your gut plays a role in all of that, all of it. Your gut microbiome influences how your body extracts those nutrients from food. So if your gut health is off and you're eating healthy, it's not going to help you anyway, because those nutrients aren't being absorbed into your body. They're not doing anything for you. Okay, so you're eating good, but your gut is not able to process them. Your gut microbiome influences how you regulate glucose. Remember, we're having more issues with blood sugar right now as we're going through midlife. How much inflammation is present. We also have a lot of inflammation going on that we need to address. And even how your brain and your nervous system function, meaning that's why you're experiencing maybe more brain fog. Maybe you're experiencing more anxiety, more sadness, more depression, or maybe you're just feeling like overwhelmed and stressed out all the time, even though maybe life seems a little bit pretty calm, right? So when your gut is off, your metabolism is going to feel off too, okay? All right. So with all that being said, I want you to listen to this closely. I want you to hear this. Listen to what I'm saying, right? Here is where your focus needs to shift from how do I get smaller to how can I become more metabolically healthy. We need to remove this getting smaller part. With all the people wanting to use GLP-1s to get smaller, that's great, but it's not helping your body metabolically. And being metabolically healthy is what is going to keep you from getting diseases, from getting sick, from getting hurt, from thriving and having the energy and everything you want to do for the next 30, 40, 50 years, okay? So, because when your body is metabolically healthy, you have good energy, right? This is what I just said. Your digestion works, so you're not constipated, you're not bloated, you're pooping every day. Your body can get rid of it. You can poop every day like you're supposed to, and your hormones are better regulated. And the most important part that I know you women want to know about is your body composition improves, meaning you're going to have less body fat and less belly fat, okay? So when you have a metabolically healthy body, these things are all going to come into play. So what does foundational gut support look like? Because if you know all this, but you don't know what you're supposed to do, right? You're not gonna get any better, right? And this isn't about like complicated protocols and you have to do all these things, because it's really not that complicated. This is what I do with my clients and I do with myself all the time. This is what gets them results. This is what makes me feel the best. This is what helps my clients not only thrive and feel amazing, but lose that belly fat, lose those itches, get rid of that the belly fat and the body fat. So here's what you need to do, okay? First, you need to support your nervous system during meals. This is simple, this is free, this is easy. Your digestion starts when your body's relaxed. So if you're eating, you're running around, you're distracted, you're stressed out, you're watching TV, you're doing all the things, you're scrolling on your phone and looking at all the news that's just making you more stressed out, you're not setting your body up to properly digest and absorb those nutrients properly. Remember, your hormones, your body functions need those nutrients. If your gut health is off, it's not going to absorb them, it's not going to help you. So, slow down when you eat. Sit down when you eat. Take a nice, take some deep breaths before you dig into your food. So just do that 3-4 times and then enjoy your food. Actually enjoy it. Taste it. Think about what you're eating. Don't just shovel it in. And I know I'm so guilty of this, especially on the days when I'm at my studio, because I have people coming in and I'm like trying to shovel the food in and I'm trying to do all the things and I'm walking around. I'm trying to get better at that. Some days I'm better than I'm not, but I have no excuse when I'm at home. So you need to slow down so your food will digest, or so your body will digest the food properly, okay? Second thing you need to do is build your fiber intake. You need to eat fiber. Fiber is so important. It was still important then, but right now at this point in your life, it's so important. It is critical for feeding beneficial bacteria, binding and getting rid of estrogen. Gets rid of it. We don't want it circulating because then it causes hot flashes and night sweats and mood swings and all the other things. And it also helps to support regular bowel movements, okay? Because we want everything that's going on in the body to eventually be eliminated. And if you have been dieting for a long time, you're probably not eating enough fiber. You need to eat 25 grams of fiber. I have a lot of my clients track for this reason, so they learn these things, right? Not to punish them, not to make it harder, but so they actually learn what 25 grams of fiber looks like, how much fiber that is. And I have a client that she's only eating 9 grams of fiber. I'm like, whoa, we need to address this. We need to fix this. And she's like, where do I get my fiber from? You don't want to take a fiber pill. That's not going to help. It's going to make you more constipated. You need to eat fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, starches like potatoes and rice, healthy fats like avocado has high fiber. Ground flaxseed is the number one thing that I will never go without because it helps to remove that extra estrogen that's circulating through our body. So simple to get your fiber, okay? But you don't know unless you look at it and pay attention. So eat your fiber. Third, you need to prioritize protein and balanced meals. This helps support your blood sugar stability, right? And stable blood sugar reduces stress on the body, which supports gut function and hormone balance. Your goal should be 100 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. Nothing under 100 grams, but if you want to be a little bit more accurate, shoot for 1 gram per pound of body weight per day, okay? Fourth, make sure you're pooping every day. If you're not pooping every day, you need to poop every day. So you need to figure that out, okay? If you're not having consistent bowel movements, your hormones are not being cleared out efficiently, this is a non-negotiable piece. And the fiber will help with this. So make sure that you're eating your fiber. If you're not pooping every day, that's the number one thing I would do. Track your fiber. See where you're at. And make sure you're drinking your water. The fifth thing is to reduce unnecessary stress on the body. This means stop overtraining, stop working out 7 days a week, stop under-eating and dieting, stop compromising sleep for whatever it is, watching a TV show, reading a book, whatever it is. Stop doing those things. You cannot create a healthy environment in a stressed out system. So stop and breathe, if nothing else. That is the number one way you can calm down your nervous system, is just breathing. Because none of us do that. We are constantly taking short little breaths throughout the day and we're stressed and we're holding everything in. Just stop and breathe. Let the shoulders drop. If you can't do anything else for that stress, just breathe. Okay, so now when you look at your body, I hope you realize that we're not trying to fix the symptoms, right? We're not trying to fix the symptoms with Band-Aids, with HRT, with GLPs, with whatever. We're supporting our body. We're supporting our system. Not saying you can't use those. I use HRT. I know clients that are using GLP-1s. That's okay. But you have to also support your system. You have to support your body, your gut, your metabolism, your nervous system They have to be supported as well, because these are the foundations that allow your hormones to function properly. And this is the piece that I see so many women struggle with. It's not because they don't know what to do, but they're not actually doing it consistently, right? Because you can listen to my podcasts. I give so much information on social media all the time. I give away so much free stuff that you could take and do. But if you don't have a structure and you don't have a plan, and you don't know how to apply it week to week or day to day, and you're not doing it consistently, it's very easy to get stuck in the cycle of starting over all the time. And then you're not going to make progress, okay? And that's why I created my Midlife Momentum membership. This thing is designed exactly for what we've talked about. Gut health, hormone support, metabolic health. And what I do is I break it down step by step. So you don't have to guess what you need to focus on, because you will go into the membership portal and it will tell you exactly what to focus on for this week, for this 2 weeks, and then you'll go back and be like, did I complete these things? Yes, now I can move on to this next phase. There are different phases that your body needs to move through, because you can't do all the things at once. If you try to do all the things at once, it's going to be overwhelming and it's not going to get done. So this breaks it down step by step. Okay, so you have a plan, you have guidance, you have accountability with me in a group. Okay, I actually help you if you have questions, and we're building consistency through this process in a way that supports your body. Okay, that's not overwhelming. Not like, here's 5,000 things, go do them. Nope, here's the 2 things I want you to focus on for the next 2 weeks, and that's it. And then we'll add on 1 or 2 more things. Okay, but again, when you get stuck, you ask questions, you ask for support. That's what I'm there for, okay? And with the membership, you can join anytime. You don't have to be in a certain place, but you can join anytime. If you want more details, you can check the show notes or just message me message me for any questions or anything, or if you want more information. Membership is a great place to start. If you're like feeling overwhelmed and maybe you can't do the higher tiered coaching, the one-on-one coaching, this is a great place to start. It's a membership month to month. You can cancel at any time, but I guarantee if you stay in the first 3 months, you're gonna feel amazing. Okay. And if you're like, I just need more accountability, I need more support, that's fine too. I have options for that as well. Any questions you have about anything, that's where my group coaching, my one-on-one coaching comes in. Just DM me so we can kind of have a conversation to determine if this is going to be a good fit for you or not. Because sometimes it's just not a good fit, and that's okay. That means I'm not the coach for you, okay? So, going back to what we were talking about, remember, you just need to start, okay? Wherever you start, keep this in mind, that your body is not falling apart, even though it may feel like it. I remember mine feeling like that too. I was like, I do not understand whose body this is anymore, but I got to figure it out because I don't want to live in this body anymore. Your body just needs something different because it's adapting to where you are. You're not in your 20-year-old or 30-year-old body. You're in your 40 or 50 or 60-year-old body, right? It's changing. It's adapting to where you're at and the stimulus, the environment, everything that you're creating around it. And when you give it the support that it needs, it's going to respond. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And that's just how you move through this next phase of life. Not just you don't want to just get by. You want to actually get results. Feel strong. Feel energized. Feel it good in your body again, right? That's what we all want. That's what I want, right? Okay, so that's all I have for today. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, any questions you have on any of this, you can send me a message, leave a comment, whatever. And if there is anything that you would like to know more about, please reach out, give me some ideas, ask the questions so that I can do podcasts specifically for those things to make sure that I am giving you exactly what you need. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for listening and supporting my podcast. I do truly appreciate you being here. And a few ways that you can help me out, if you wouldn't mind, is to leave a comment, share this with other people, or leave a review. One of those 3 things would be amazing. Okay? I want to help as many women out there so that they don't have to go through all the things that I did for 10 plus years as I moved through my menopausal years. And hopefully these are very helpful for you as well. All right. Until next time, bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If today's episode hit home, make sure to subscribe to the show and share it with a friend who needs it too.
And if you're ready for more support, come hang out with us in the Fit Chicks and Hormones community. The link is in the show notes. And until next time, keep showing up for yourself. You deserve it.